Happy Friday to all you tactical moms and dads out there and non-parents. Welcome back to another episode of the Tactical Everyday Dad. So I have an announcement to make, which is going to affect the way the channel is going forward and my life as a whole. My wife and I are expecting another child, and she's actually been pregnant for the last 8.5 or so months. Not many people knew about her pregnancy. It's just the way my wife and I are. We aren't very private people, but when it comes to certain things, not everybody needs to know until the time comes. So please, if you did not know this information and it peeved you or upset you a little bit, do not take it personally. It's just how my wife and I are. We like to keep things behind doors until needed. Need to know basis, pretty much. But yeah, so we are expecting our second child. We have a 2.5-year-old boy now, which inspired me to start this channel. And the second child actually inspired me to change up my channel a little bit. As you guys know, I'm a tactical everyday dad. I do knife reviews. I do gear reviews. Every Monday will still be a knife review. Like clockwork, 1 p.m. Eastern time, every Monday will be a knife review for you. Every Friday going forward will be topics geared towards newborns and parenting, as well as parenting gear. And then the occasional 1 to 2 Wednesdays per month, I will have kind of a cool Wednesday video to throw out there just to kind of keep you guys interested in all of my stuff here. So that is the layout of the channel going forward. And that brings us to today's topic. But before we get into that, I want to disclose I am not a medical expert. I am not a newborn expert. I am not a certified expert of any sort of any of the topics I'll go over. I'm just giving you my experience as already having a newborn and going through the whole process, as well as now having a second newborn. When I first had my son, we weren't ready for every situation that was needed. You can't be taught or shown or read about everything that's going to happen. Every child is different, every family is different, every situation is different, so you have to adapt to your specific situation and be a tactical parent. Just be ready for anything. That's why I'm going to do these topics for you guys to kind of help you be prepared. But again, I'm no expert. I'm just here to give you a little bit of a heads up and a little bit of, hey, I could probably take that and use it in my situation. So the first one is the top 10 things that I recommend you make sure you have before your newborn arrives. So let's check it out. Number 1 is kind of a no-brainer, but I didn't think of it, is an infant-specific car seat. We were that, very gung-ho parents, getting everything ready, and putting cool things on the baby registry. We put a convertible car seat to kind of keep everything in one compact package. Convertible car seats can accommodate your child from newborn all the way to 100 pounds. They change into 4 different configurations. We'll get into that later on a different video, so this one's not too long. The only problem is the base is attached to the car and will not come out. You have to take the entire car seat out of the car to remove it. So that brings the infant car seats in. Infant-specific car seats have a base. So the base attaches to the seats in your car via the seatbelt restraint brackets or hooks, or whatever you want to call it, in your seat. And then once you want to take your child out of the car, you don't have to actually take your infant out of the car seat. You can just attach the car seat out and take them out. See, I didn't think about that. I thought it would be easy to just take your kid out of the car and be done with it. No, you have to support your newborn's neck. Their neck is not developed yet until they can physically lift their own head up, and then you still need to support their head. However, but they have some sort of muscle there now that they can do that. But in the beginning, you have to support your child's head and neck while lifting them out of things. And think about it this way. My wife is 5'0". I have a Silverado, and then she has an SUV as well. She can't get into the car seat at a good enough angle to lift the child safely out of the vehicle. So having a detachable car seat is awesome. You just detach it, and lift it out of the car and go on your way. Number 2 ties in with number 1. It's a convertible stroller. So what that is a stroller that can accommodate, again, every age of your child, from newborn to infant to small child. So what that means is there is brackets that attach to the infant car seat, and make sure you get ones that are compatible. If you try to get the same brand, if it's different brands that aren't compatible. And once you take your child out of the car, you can put it on the brackets, it locks in, and now you have a stroller to stroll with your child at the grocery store, the park, whatever. We just had a generic stroller, but this helped big time. So we caught it at the very end and switched our baby shower items to this convertible one, and we luckily got it from great friends of ours. Got it for us, so thank you guys. You know who you are. Number 3, this one's not really something you need to have, but it's something to kind of keep in the back of your mind, is baby bottles. As you guys all know out there, once a newborn comes out, it's generally how you feed your child is through breastfeeding from its mother. However, there are situations where the mother is unable to breastfeed her child, doesn't want to breastfeed her child, or whatever. So if that's a situation where you cannot feed, however you say it, your infant, you have to move to formula. And when it comes to bottles, there's so many bottles out there. Not one is going to work for every kid. Every child is different. They have a different way of latching on to the nipple of the bottle. And for our son, it took us like 7 tries before we found one bottle that worked. So don't get like an 8-pack of the same bottle and think it's going to work. Just get one of each of different kinds and kind of gauge how your child likes that bottle, if they even like it. My son would spit bottles out, he hated it. And then if he liked one, oh, he was sucking it down like a frat boy drinks beer. Woo! So, don't go crazy is what I'm trying to say on the bottles. Just get one of each is what I recommend. Don't buy a 10-pack of a Phillips or a 10-pack of a whatever brand. There's so many brands. I can't keep them straight. So, number 3. Number 4, to tie in with the bottle. So say you have to feed your child via formula, is a bottle warmer. It's going to be a lot easier than using the stovetop or the means of warming up bottles. People run it under hot water. It's not very efficient. This way you can turn the hot water heater on, bottle warmer on, place a bottle, go on your way. Have like a 20 to 30 second timer. Go check it. Most of the time it will be done by then. If not, then just play by ear and just keep going. There are different kind of warmers out there. There's your inexpensive, just straightforward, turn to a specific heat, gets heated, bam. There's ones that have timers on them. There's ones that are like programmed for bottles, food, and this, that. You don't have to go crazy like that, guys. Just get the basic bottle warmer. It's like 20, 30 bucks. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like rocket science or anything if you're warming a bottle. So, tactical everyday dad. Every day, man. Number 5, again, another kind of loaded topic is pacifiers. Everybody's going to buy pacifiers that look cute, that have a tether, that blah, 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 blah. No. When you leave the hospital, well, I take it back. When we left our hospital and the hospital we're going to go to for our next job, they gave us a care package when we left. So it had pacifiers, diapers, wipes, swaddles, burp cloths, so forth. Which was really nice because then we didn't have to go out to the store in case we forgot something. And we thank that specific hospital system for that. It's a pretty cool thing to do for newborn parents. So when it comes to binkies, pacifiers, whatever you want to call them, there's a generic filled ones that are like green. It looks like a saucer with like a little nipple sticking out. It's another thing that your child's going to hate or love. There's different shapes of different pacifiers with different brands. Trial and error. Buy a couple of each. Don't buy 20 of this, 30 of these, and just stockpile them. Hoarding is not necessary when it comes to newborn because they're either going to destroy them by chewing on them, you accidentally step on it, You drop it when you're at the park. Do not put it back in your child's mouth. I don't care what people say, it enhances their immunity. No, throw it away and get another one. That's why just kind of get a couple, try it out, and then you'll see what they'll like. And it'll be a lot easier than having 30 of the wrong kind sitting around and you just wasted, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks for those. Number 6, it's a baby feeding ledge thing. I forgot what the name is called. I'll have a description for you guys. It's a device that actually attaches to your spouse. It's kind of like a foam fanny pack. It creates kind of a ledge to rest your spouse's arm on while breastfeeding. You know, your arms can get tired. Breastfeeding can take anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the difficulty of latching. There might be an issue where it's taking longer. Your child might not be as hungry or might be overly hungry. It's just, again, roll with the punches, go with the situation. Every time it's going to be different. So that ledge helps because no matter how long it takes, your spouse's arm will be comfortable enough where it's not fatigued or aching or anything like that. And they can safely and comfortably hold their child while feeding. Number 7, along with kind of the ledge thing, is a thing called a baby lounger. It's essentially a rigid mini beanbag for your infant. What it does is props your kid up so they can kind of take in the world while they're just kind of chilling on the lounger while you're doing dishes, laundry, vacuuming, whatever. It's kind of a cool thing to have. We didn't have it for our first kid. We didn't think he needed it. He just sat in his little bouncer chair. But my wife wanted to try it out for our next child, and I think it's a cool concept to have because it is somewhere is soft and safe to put your infant. They can't roll out of it, anything like that. It's nice little like cradle beanbag for them. So number 8, please by all means get this item. It is a swaddle. So what swaddles are is essentially a sack with flaps that Velcro over that holds your child into almost a baby burrito. I call it a baby burrito because that's what my son looked like when we had him in one of these. But a swaddle is awesome. It mimics how the child is inside the womb. It keeps them kind of nice and tight, tucks their arms in, the legs in, and it makes them feel cozy and safe. It gives them a nice environment. For my son, he would be crying, hungry, this, and that. I'll give him a bottle, still crying. The second I swaddle him and lay him down in the bassinet or the cradle or crib, whatever, he passed out. It just comforts them, and you're going to love this thing because you're going to want them to stop crying and actually take a nap or go to sleep. Number 9, diaper rash cream. So the reason I brought this up, it's kind of a common sense thing to have diaper rash cream, but to have a newborn with diaper rash is a worst case scenario. They will cry nonstop. It's irritating, and the only way for them to tell you something's bothering them is to cry. So again, that's another topic too. Be patient with your child. They're going to cry a lot. And the only way to kind of help your situation and their situation is to be prepared for anything possible. Tactical Everyday Dad, prepared for everything. So the diaper rash cream helps diaper rashes, just like the name says it. But don't go overboard and get the name brand ones. All the store specific brands are actually the same thing, if not better sometimes, for a cheaper price. We have Kroger and Meijer up here for grocery stores. We use their generic brand for our son even to now. He's potty trained right now, but we still use it just in case because in the summertime it gets hot and it's chafing and stuff, so we still use it on him. It's a great thing. Don't be very generous when you apply it. It's going to save you from the headaches of that one issue your child's going to have. Just get rid of that altogether because it's going to be a kind of learning curve to figure out what each cry means. And if you know for a fact it's not diaper rash, that's one thing to cross off the list when you're trying to figure out why they're crying. Number 10, last but not least, is a sound machine. You are going to love sound machines. We love the one that we have for our son. He still uses it to this day. He's 2.5 years old. It creates an ambient environment via audio, so noise. There's different settings from white noise, vacuum cleaning noise, dryer noise, engine noises, road noise, you name it. There's different variants, different versions that you can choose from by. The one we have has 8 different ones. My son loves the dryer noise. It does a little boom, 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 boom. He loves it. You turn that on, get him to sleep. It's hard for them to wake back up when that is on. You're not gonna hear any distractions. Like, we live in Detroit. Everybody has a muscle car. So a couple of our neighbors has some Hemis that in the morning they'll start up when it's cold and you kind of get the engine going. As an example, this morning my neighbor started his car up, loud vroom. My son loves cars, and the second he hears an engine noise, he'll immediately look where it is and try and go find it. With the sound machine, car was started, he didn't hear it. His brain and mind are tuned in on that ambient noise, which keeps them calm, asleep, and happy. Well, guys, again, take all my videos as dad advice. Listen to them. However, use it to form your own conclusions on if you want to get any of this stuff or not. It's just 10 things that I personally would recommend you have and make sure you get before your newborn arrives. It's just going to save you guys from a lot of headaches and stuff like that going forward. So thank you again. We'll see you guys on the next one.